Hey everybody, it's Alex. So today I just wanted to do a quick review on my Sigma Make Me Cool brush set. It's upside down. It looks like this. I was requested a couple of times to do this after I showed you guys my open box haul. Also, before I get into this review, I'm filming at night right now, and usually the lighting is horrible at night, so I don't do it, but I kind of set up a lamp right here, like right here. You guys can't see it, but like there's a big lamp in my face right there. So tell me if that's helped the lighting a bit. I'm looking in the viewfinder right now, and I think that the lighting is a lot better. So maybe I could start doing like tutorials and stuff at night too, which would be awesome since I don't have daytime since I work all day during the week. So yeah. Okay, now for the actual review. So this is the Make Me Cool kit. I got it in the color Aqua, if you couldn't tell. It comes in a couple of other shades too. I know there's a pink one and a black one, and I want to say there's a purple one, but I'm not sure. So this is the container that the brushes are shipped in. They're like in a box also. If you want to see my open box haul, I'll put it here. You just click that box, that'll be there, and you can see that. But so then it comes in this really hard container that's awesome for traveling. Like honestly guys, these days when I travel, all I do is I bring this. I haven't touched my other brushes when I'm traveling. At home I do, but like when I'm traveling places or even just staying at a friend's house for a night, I bring this. Okay, so then of course it opens up. You've got the brushes, mine are dirty, sorry. And then you have the two containers, which I've been using to store these brushes in. So what I like to do for storing these is split them into face brushes and eye brushes. So you get 4 face brushes. I'm gonna go through each of these and kind of talk about them with you. You get 4 face brushes. Again, mine are dirty. And I kind of like to just have these guys in here along with a couple other face brushes that I use on the regular, like the F80 for example. And then I have the eye brushes and everything else in here. So I'm going to go through the face brushes first. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the F60 foundation brush. And I don't really have too much to say about this brush because in general I hate using paddle brushes for foundation. I really prefer flat top stippling brushes, things like that. So I never have used this kind of brush for foundation. However, I have tried this one for kind of blending out concealer here. I use my Bobbi Brown concealer, I'll kind of dab it on with my fingers, and then I'll kind of press it around using this brush, and it actually works really well for that. So if you find that you're kind of interested in this kit, but you're like, the heck am I gonna do with a foundation brush like that, because I don't use that, it actually does work really well for blending concealer, and it takes no time because compared to a normal concealer brush, let's see if I can find one. Oh, I'll just use the one from the kit. It is 10 times its size, so you really blend it out really quickly. So it's good for that. The next brush here is the F30 large powder brush. And let me see if I can give you some brushes for size comparison. Here's the F80. Oh, a lot of people know this one. This is the e.l.f. Studio Line blush brush. So size-wise, this is a big paddle brush, this one here, the Sigma one. And I think that's great. What I love using this for is if I'm applying a bronzer and I'm doing it to look tan, not to contour my face, I use this. I'm planning on doing a whole video on contouring and bronzer application because I've had some requests to do that, so stay tuned for that, and I'll talk about this brush in that, because really what I use this brush for is, again, if I'm wanting to look tan, not if I'm contouring my face, I'll pick up my bronzer, whatever I'm using, and I'll kind of do a shape like this, and I bring it right along my cheekbone here and then down under my neck. And this brush is nice and big and it's pretty dense, so it works really well for that. The next brush here is the F40 large angled contour. It looks like this. And I actually have a couple other angle brushes, so I'll kind of show you the ones I have, show you what they look like next to each other. This is the Essence of Beauty one you can get at drugstores. There's that. This is the MAC 168. So here's the Sigma one, Essence of Beauty MAC. I think that these all really work the same. So, I mean, this brush isn't make it or break it for this kit. Like, there are definitely dupes out there. I mean, the MAC one obviously is way more expensive, so don't go buy the MAC one instead of getting this kit if you want all these brushes. But like, the Essence of Beauty one is a drugstore brush that is basically identical. Hope you can see that there. But again, this kind of brush is really awesome. If you do not have one, I highly suggest having one in your collection. It's really good for applying blush because it's like fits perfectly to your face with that like contoured shape. It's also really good for contouring your face. So use your favorite contour, whatever, make the fishy face if you need to, and then you place it right in the hollows of your cheeks, and it really brings out those cheekbones and makes you look a lot slimmed out and really nice. So I love this brush for that. However, I wouldn't say that it's like a rare find in this kit. So the last face brush here is the Duo Fiber F50. It is a stippling brush, and if you guys watch my videos, if you know about me, I'm obsessed with stippling brushes. They are probably my favorite brushes. I'll show you a couple I have here. This one's filthy. This is the Sonia Kashuk one. Let's see, this one is the Sephora, the like little one. I use this for my Soleil Tan de Chanel bronzer. I also have a MAC one somewhere. Oh, here it is. This is the 187. So I love my stippling brushes. But I think this one's the best. I think this one kind of wins. The only reason this one has blush on it is because I didn't feel like cleaning this one, and I use this one for foundation sometimes. So yeah, the main thing with this stippling brush that I love is how dense it is. If you can kind of see these head on, again, this is the Sonia Kashuk one. You can get this at like Target or anything like that. This one's a lot more dense, which means, especially with like blush application, you don't need to work the blush in as much. So I actually just used it today. I applied the MAC cream blush in, I'm gonna have to find out. I'm an idiot. In Lady Blush. Like, how slow can I be? It's this color here. All I do is I stipple once, and then I kind of do it on the back of my hand. I learned that trick from MAC Barbie R7, so yes, if you're going to say you're copying MAC Barbie R7, yes, I learned that trick from her. Dab it in the back of my hand, and then I smile and kind of press it into my cheeks like that. So yes, this is awesome for cream blush and actually powder blush too. I really like it for that. Okay, so that is it for the 4 face brushes. Again, flat foundation, angle contour, flat powder brush, and a stippling brush. Okay, now into the smaller brushes. I actually put the concealer brush in here, which is technically a face brush, so I guess I'll talk about that one first. It is the S70 concealer. Looks like this. And as I said, I really more often use this one for kind of blending in my concealer. If I'm going to even use a brush, most of the time I use my finger. So I find that this one's really good for just packing on shadow. So if you don't feel like you are going to need a concealer brush and that's making you kind of gravitate away from getting this kit, I wouldn't be worried because it really does work well if you're just packing shadow onto your lid. So that is that. Okay, now for these eye brushes. I cannot express how in love with these brushes I am. They're amazing. Okay, I don't know which one to talk about first. I'll talk about this one first. Simple, easy. This is the E55 eye shading brush. And this is just your normal kind of eyeshadow brush. You use it to pack on color on your lid. It's the perfect size so that when you put it down, it like kind of angles with your crease, so you're not going to pull anything into your crease that you don't want there. And it's just like a good dense eyeshadow brush. Next is the EO5 eyeliner brush, and I'm not gonna lie guys, I haven't really used this one yet. The only thing that I would use this for is gel eyeliner, and I actually haven't worn any recently. But if I were to compare it to my favorite gel eyeliner brush, if I can find it. Okay, here it is. It is the MAC 209, and again, this is one of the special edition ones, like the mini ones. These are what the two of them look like next to each other. They're like basically the same brush. So I would say that I love this one, but I haven't used it. But I do really love my MAC 209 for gel eyeliner, and really helping with like winging it out. It works really well to have a pointed eyeliner brush as opposed to an angled one. All right, next I'll talk about the E60 large shader brush, and I have to say this is the only brush in the kit that I kind of I don't know why it's there. I feel like they could have put in a different brush, and I'll talk about which one I think this kit really needs at the end, but I don't think this brush is necessary. It is basically just the same exact thing as the E55, but I just got a text message. Okay, sorry. It's the same thing as the E55, but it has much longer bristles, and it's a bit stiffer. So, I mean, I guess that this could be good also for packing shadow on your lid faster because it's bigger. I don't really know. If you guys have this brush and you have like a really great use for it, let me know because I don't quite get this one. Okay, next is the E30. I'm gonna mute my phone so it stops going off. Okay, we're good. So this is the E30. It's the pencil brush, and I'm obsessed with this brush. There are so many things that you can use pencil brushes for, and somehow I just lived without doing them because the only pencil brush that I have, I guess I have a couple, but I mean, I don't really use them that much, and I find myself using this one a lot. So what I like to use this for is not only kind of smudging something along my lower lash line, I like using it to define my crease a little, or it's really great for highlighting the inner corner. It has the perfect shape for getting right in there and really putting some nice shimmery shadow to like open up your eyes. So this is an awesome brush and I'm a huge fan. Okay, the next brush here is the small angle E65. And this is just a nice small angled brush. To compare it to some other ones you guys might know, this is the MAC 263. I just couldn't read for a sec. If you can see those there. I talked about this brush in my like wearable bronze smoky eye tutorial. I don't know if that's gonna be up yet. But this is really great because it's so like thin. If you're applying this like using a liner or something, having a like skinnier brush gives you a lot more control. I compared it in that video to my Essence of Beauty brush right here. And you just see like the size of the brush. This one's a lot bigger, and that makes it a little bit harder to work with. The other thing I love about this brush is that the bristles are super stiff, so you don't have to worry about really flinging your eyeshadow everywhere when you're putting it on your lash lines. Okay, this next one is the E70 medium angle shading, and I'm obsessed with this, guys. If you've seen Her Campus Beauty, go check it out. I did a date night tutorial and I was just like raving about this brush. This is awesome for darkening the outer corner of your eye. So what I love to do is I'll work with the angle that this brush has, and I'll kind of place the color angled away like that, and then I'll turn it and place it so that it's angled towards, and it creates that perfect V. So if you guys are having trouble with like, oh, place the color in your outer V, like, where is that? If you're having trouble with that, this brush is awesome. It can really help you out, and it's just like the perfect stiffness for it because it can really pack the shadow on there, but then if you want to blend it, it works really well to blend too. So this one is awesome. Alright, so the last brush is the Tapered Blending E40, and this is really similar to the MAC 224 brush. I actually don't have a brush I can compare this to. This is the Bare Essentials blending brush. This is an awesome brush. It is really good for blending. It is really good if you want to do like a light wash of color all over your eye. However, it is horrible for placing color in your crease. And this is my one complaint with this kit. There isn't a brush that is stiff enough and not fluffy enough that you can use it to just place color in your crease. Luckily, when I ordered the kit, they sent a free sample of the E25 blending brush, which is basically like the MAC 117. And this is the brush that this kit needs to be perfect. Because this E40 is really just too big. If you're trying to really define your crease, you can't, if you can see that there. It's just too huge. Which does make it really good for things like washing color over your lid or blending, but it really isn't good for placing color precisely, if that makes sense at all. So that is the entire Make Me Cool brush kit from Sigma.